What's up, y'all? What's going on, guys? How we all doing? I know I'm doing well. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Alright. Okay, what are we looking at? Alright, audio's alright. Seems okay. What else? The stream seems to be healthy. Alright. Let's get this popping. What's up, Zell? What's up? What's going on? What's going on, man? How's the match going? Who's playing? There's a match right now, isn't it? Who is playing? Is Germany playing? Really? Right now? Shit. Dude. I wanted to watch that. I'm just... oh no, I don't think I can catch that. Dude. I was watching the earlier game. Morocco. Versus Croatia, and yeah, Morocco, man. Morocco was like popping. They were doing well, man. But what was the result of the game? Do you know? Morocco was okay. I mean, I thought Croatia was gonna just destroy, but it didn't happen. So that's a surprise. Oh, 0-0. Okay, okay. But I watched the Saudi game, man. That was crazy. I don't know, man, about the manager of Saudi. The manager might be a genius or something. They managed to get like freaking 7 to 10 offsides, which could have ended up in a goal. They just sussed them out, that's all. Somehow they figured them out. And they just went for this offside trap every single time. Very risky business, but I think that's the only thing that was going to work for them. Crazy, man, crazy. But yeah, it was a great game, man. I couldn't find the full length replay, but I just watched like half an hour highlights. Seems to be really cool. What's up, Oasis? Welcome, buddy. How you doing? I saw the tackle. Did you? I used to play. I used to do a lot of Thai boxing, and the guy does Thai boxing, bro. Are we talking about that tackle, right? Or are we talking about something else? The guy does Thai boxing, bro. He double kneed the guy. Flying knee kick right to the face. You just can't escape it, bro. It's crazy, man. Those things can be deadly, man. You can have some serious problems with those kind of kicks in life. But hopefully, I mean, it seemed when I watched it on the highlights, I just they just replayed it once, and I was like, oh shit. And then that was it. The replay was over and done. That's it. There was no sort of highlights of the result and everything. As soon as that replay show, I don't know, man. It was some serious shit, but I think it was alright. Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very weird. Yeah, that is actually, this sort of injury is much more serious than your normal tackle. Normal tackle is to do with your legs, and your legs normally, as a footballer, your legs are quite strong. You do have to keep it very, very fit, right? But then these kind of tackles, there's not much of a exercise that you can do to actually handle this. It just, once it happens, it happens. But I'm glad nothing serious happened. Well, I hope nothing serious happened. So who's watching Germany, right? What do you think? Just a broken jaw. Just a broken jaw, yeah. I mean, that's pretty normal for... the guy just went in with full force to kill or get killed, you know? And yeah, just is the right word, I guess. I was in a taekwondo fight. I was starting fight taekwondo very like I used to love fighting because I was tall, and our master said, well, you know what, you forget about forms, forget about belts. I'm gonna just purely concentrate you on fighting, because you seem to have the form. And this was when I was really young, right? One of my really good friends got hit with these flying spin kicks, and he was in a really bad shape. After that, I've realized that, you know, it's just, yeah, it's all good to go for fights and competitions, but anything can happen, right? That's when I started to wake up from my dreams, because the guy was really seriously hurt. His jaw, and you know, when we talk about jaw broken, I saw jaw broken properly, and then you know, his face was all messed up. One kick, it just took one little kick, 1 second mishap. It was really bad, and you wouldn't expect that from taekwondo, because taekwondo is supposed to be a little bit of a light martial arts when it comes to fights. Unfortunately, yeah. All right, let's see. Let me just go through the. Let's create the watch list if I haven't already. I haven't completed it yet, so let me just quickly go through the watch list of what we're gonna watch. Come on. MMAT. I don't know why I kept this thing, man. Yesterday, I don't know why I kept it. I really don't know. Netflix, we kept it because yesterday was the bounce day coming into it. Today might be that continuation to the bounce. Probably second day plays, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. DLO. Yesterday, remember DLO? We were looking at. By the way, James was looking at this, and I was looking at on the pre-market analysis, and I was saying, look, guys, this is a dead cat bounce from these big moves. It's beaten down stock. We've had our dead cat bounce. We might see some red. So beautiful. This is one of the entries that I love. Like, it just pays off so well. Beautiful, no problem, stressless trade all the way throughout the day. So unfortunately, I didn't benefit because something else was playing much better than this. Believe it or not, at that time. But anyways, let's DLO. I think there might be an opportunity there, but the volume is, as you can see, dying down. So, you know, you could look for it. We can keep it, but I don't like the volume at all. So SHC is also volume completely died down. I don't think it's gonna be picking up anytime soon. So HSC goes. FL as well. I was watching for something like that. It's already done it, and the volume boom goes. BBWI. Ooh, BBW. Okay, this one was, as you can see, second day continuation, really nice, but I don't like the price action and the volume as well, so no thank you. Let's go with the BBY, Best Buy. I'll update you on that one in a minute. I'm just not watching the chat, guys, so bear with me. Just give me a second. AEO, 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 AEO. Yesterday, AEO also was, remember, one of the earnings gappers, and beautiful, just like BBY, just done a really decent move. Is this related with Best Buy? Because it looks like very similar to Best Buy's move, but this one is much, I think, earlier on. What is it? Clearer. AEO. Instead of paying attention to AEO, I was actually paying attention to BBY, which was okay. It turned out to be a really nice trade. Also, ANF was one of them. ANF was just a little bit choppier, but later on during the day it really picked up. So it ended up closing really strong, similar to BBY and AEO. And this one basically is on a crucial daily level. 23 is a very big level, and 2267. Yeah, right here, as in right now, it's actually trading at a daily level. If it breaks 23, maybe it could go for second day continuation. So I'm going to keep that ANF as well. Really solid looking chart there. PALI, I'm going to keep that. I'll discuss that in a minute. ONCS. Ooh-wee. I showed you this trade on my other platform, the snapshot from the trades. I started shorting here and then rode it all the way down basically. So this was probably one of the better trades as a short seller when it comes to all day faders. This was just amazing, just great. But now it's done. Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, that was it's really great, you know. The first time I joined the fight, I couldn't move. I was frozen basically, because of, I don't know what happens to the human body. It's all nervousness and the anticipation of the fight, and you're a little bit scared as well. So all that plays, and it just completely freezes you. But as soon as that ring hits, that ring goes, you just don't know. You just go in. You have no idea. I mean, you surprise yourself, to be honest. My first tournament, it was a local tournament. I was white belt, believe it or not, the very first belt, and I actually fought against the red belt, yellow belt, green belt, 4 fights. I fought 4 fights. One was extra because they didn't want to, because obviously work, politics and everything. I beat 3 guys much higher belt than me, and then the 4th guy, they made sure that I don't win this, the first place from that category. So they actually put a higher belt, the red belt, I think, and I defeated that guy as well. So they realized, well, you know what, this guy's gonna do it, so leave it alone. So yeah, they had to. It was fun, man. It was great times. Very. But you gotta be young for those things, man. You have to be like really sort of willing to go the extra miles, you know, go for practice rounds every day, literally every day. Before the tournament, we used to go 2 hours sections every day, and Sundays, even Sundays was training sessions only specifically for fighters. Yeah, our instructor was crazy. Coin BBY 5%. SWN looks like, why is it, the volume is okay, I just don't like but it's actually trading at 730s, which is here, and I just just don't like the daily, but somehow the volume is picking up, and there might be something here, because these 740 is the only one that's, and then we have a lot of room. We have a lot of room. So SWN, I'll keep this. I'll keep this. Okay, that's that. Q is gone, Nicola is gone. ONC is done, DLO is almost done. NAT. Let's have a look at NAT. NAT is also done, man. There might be some continuation to the sign, but I don't think it's gonna be very easy to trade. No, I'm okay without having it on the watch list. Okay. Let's go to our gappers. What do we have here? G-Sun. G-Sun. G-Sun is gapping up. Strangely gaps up, pulls back, and then just chopping around, just like ONCS did yesterday, but this one seems to be holding up. But it's still too early to call, so this is the gap that we might want to keep. What is it? G-Sun. Let's put G-Sun. Just remember, guys, with the Black Friday thing, I expect the market to be very quiet. It's going to be very difficult trading day if you can afford not to trade this kind of week even. Having said that, though, the whole week has been good to me, so I just don't want to assume things or have a strong bias against the market. But especially today is going to be quiet. So yeah, definitely, man. I've most of my friends who actually did go into it like fully. They all have clubs now. The guys who I used to fight with when I was young, they all have basically taekwondo clubs. They're like 4 dan, 3 dan, 5 dan black belts. Really good fighters, actually. Actually, they might. Some of my friends, students, might be actually in the national, the UK, the England team itself. Youngsters, very talented. Dude, let's talk about SPY, right? SPY breaks that 400, and again, this is still going with our initial analysis of whether the SPY is in a rebound or not, or in a reversal mode going towards the bull market. It's just, yeah, it's actually kind of confirming that, because yesterday with the price action, if it wasn't, it should have actually come down and ended up being a red day. So yesterday being a strong closing, strong day, kind of suggests that maybe it wants to take out the 200 EMA area, which was basically 401, 402, 403 areas. So if it does take out and stay above that, then we might see some more bounce coming into it. So today, what it's doing right now is it's gapped up, and coming back down, right very close to the yesterday's close, and it's trading right at the close at this point at 400 level. Now if we want it to be strong, obviously we want it to be staying over 400 level, and if not, then we shall see what it does. It's too early to call. So the level to watch, which is farther away, is that level. And then we have a few other levels, obviously, but that's the main one, and also 400 level. See what it does around this area. There's already a line here, so I'm not gonna put another level there. Okay, let me just move this because that seems to be big. Okay, let's see. Oh, that SPY is bouncing big time from 400 level. So bring in some volume and actually range. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what it does throughout the day. Yeah, I just checked your screenshot that you shared on Discord, Zell. Um, at this point, it's very difficult to say, Zell, what caused it to shift from what you were doing earlier, which was great, and all of a sudden it's completely changed. You gotta dig deep in the data and find something is off. It could be something very simple, or it could be something to do with the environmental changes that you haven't adapted to. So you've got to dig deep, man. Spend some time instead of trading. Just spend those hours trying to figure out what happened and what you're missing out on, what you've changed from what was working and what's not now. So usually data will tell you. I think we went through how to basically gather the data and work with it and gather something out of it and change your style accordingly. You don't want to be completely changing, but you want to adjust things. That's the thing. But looking at it, it seems like there's not much trading happening, Zell. It looks like there's a lot of gaps in between. Is that data missing, or I can't really figure out from one. Looks like there's a lot of and when you had edge, obviously you want to be trading more and more, which is perfectly fine. But even if you don't, then you want to still be coming every day and trying to sort of do that job that you used to do. So I see that's the only thing I see. There's a lot of gap in between. Not much, nothing else, to be honest. I wish I could say more on that. Hopefully you got that. But yeah, as I said, dig deep on those, take some time. And it's a good idea to actually have a break once things are going like that, because our mind basically needs that rest. And if you keep on doing what you're doing, when it's not working, it's going to get worse and worse until you fix it. So for those of you on the stream, we were just talking about one of the members here that's just shared the trading journal data for the last, I think, 4 or 5 months. And yeah, I mean, guys, you're gonna have that. You're gonna face these kind of scenarios where, let's say, you had really good success for the, for the last 2-3 months. Green every single week, green every single month, and you're like, okay, I think I've figured it out. That's what you're gonna say to yourself. I think I've figured it out. That's when it really hits you. The market really has a freaking amazing way of really putting you down, and really showing you who's the boss. And it's a great way of humbling yourself as well. Just remember the market is going to do that. How does it do it? Well, the things that used to work is either not working anymore. The environment has shifted from, let's say, for example, I'll give you an example. Recently, I got to admit, you know that I trade a lot of small caps, right? Mid caps, small caps. I barely trade large caps, right? Have you noticed that recently, for the last 2 weeks, I've constantly been talking about large caps, right? That is the environmental changes. Environment changed, and thus I am changing with it. So for you to realize that, you gotta have to have that experience under your belt, and also constantly ask yourself every week, what sort of environment you're in. Before Monday, look, weekend job is your weekend job. There's a Sunday or Saturday, there's a job for you as a trader. You go through your data properly every week, And at the end of the month as well, you want to go off proper like spend some really decent time on collecting those data and also figuring out what sort of environment you're going to be in the coming month, in the coming week. Coming month, you can't really like have bias for the month, is too long, but at least for a week. For a week, you've got to realize what's happening. At least write them down if you can't remember it. For Monday, let's say, oh, you know what, SPY is reversing, and there might be a lot of opportunities in the large caps, small caps. It's all about money, where money goes, right? It's like it shifts from one sector to the other, one float to the others, one style of float, like small float, low floaters, large floaters. It shifts. So you've got to try to figure out where the money is shifting to, and that's the environment. That's where you will find the environment, and you can trade accordingly if you know, or at least have an idea of what the environment's going to be like in the coming weeks. That's something that you could start with, Zell. Also, I would definitely recommend to go over your data again and again. We went through this over the weekly webinar as well, remember? For me, it was to do with my partials. It was to do with my, I was expecting too much. January, beginning year of January was not good for me. P&L wise, no, not so much. I was break even or something. Probably might have been red, but very little though in January this year. And then this is exactly what I did. We went through this on the webinar as well. If you remember it, I showed you my data, what I've collected, and what I found was I was in trades that were working, but I was just not taking my partials because the environment wasn't there, and I should have figured it out in January. Usually it's not. We don't have runners. We don't have huge, stocks that gives you 5-hour, 10-hour, 12-hour. And again, we are a human. We are coming from, let's say, even December was good. November being so great that whole mentality never shifted. Although knowing that January might be very quiet, I still had that mentality where I should let my trades run. But then I had to realize that has changed by looking at my data. And I couldn't ignore that. So I started shifting my trading style, especially with the partials and position management. Trade management side, I tried to change it slightly so it doesn't affect the whole thing. And February was really great. March, much better. So I'm just saying it could be small changes. It could just be small changes, man. You'll be surprised how these small changes are gonna take less. Small changes, like let's say the first 5 minutes of the open, you don't trade at all, right? I'm just saying don't trade it. For me, something like that made huge differences. So I figure something out about that. Yeah. Let me tell you something about a lot of momentum traders are struggling at this point, with especially with small, whoever trades low floaters or small cap. They're not doing well. Like if you ask any day trader who trades these, something like us, basically, we trade mostly small caps. They're not doing well if you're just trading small caps because there hasn't been a lot of opportunities. I remember back in the days, oh boy, opportunities were like, close your eyes and trade and you'll find something, right? That's the environment telling you, yeah, you might want to sort of take it easy if you're only doing that. But luckily for me, I'm like a hybrid. I take anything. I'm not fussy. I don't discriminate like you guys. I'll take anything. Just give me opportunity, I'll try to take it. It's difficult, Zell. I mean, what was working for you, try to not change it. But what you can do is, if start learning more about it. Like, say for example, you want to trade only small caps. Understand the ins and out of it. Like, it's easier to stick to one thing than to try to do everything. And a lot of people can't achieve it. It's really difficult what I do, because you can't really change your mind it's very difficult. When you're trading, it's very difficult to change your mentality and your trading style according to what you're trading, because your character is your character. You're going to try to sort of trade everything the way your character wants and comfortable with. That's the issue. If somebody wants to go hybrid, trade everything. For me, I have been doing this for years and years and years. It's easier. But if you stick to one thing and really go in on it, get information, as much information as you can. Like on small caps, like things like going into a little bit of fundamentals as well, reading on like what dilution is, what it does, and looking at the company's records to see how you're going to spot the dilution, or there's there's a benefit to certain companies where they do dilution, but there are most cases, like 80-90% of the time when dilution happens, it's really not good for the company, right? So small little things like that, you gotta inform yourself, get educated properly, and spend that time knowing ins and outs of those sectors that you're going to be trading. It has a way of filtering out traders. As I said, market has a way of doing its own thing. A lot of people back in the days as well, there was like, this is where I was not very successful, but when was this, man? 2000 and after 2012, 13, 14, I would say. Those years, a lot of people really traded really well. Because they were just following one simple concept or strategy, which was, there was a lot of pumps and dumps happening. In fact, there was a lot of pumps, not dumps. Actually, whole pump and dump idea might have come from those years, because these pumpers, these so-called analysts, would send out these emails, and they will just say, okay, you know what, they've got, like, let's say thousands of traders waiting for their emails, and they say, okay, this stock ABC is going to the moon, right? That's all they had to say. This stock is going to the moon. Next day it will gap up, and it will gap up, like, we're talking hundreds of percentages. 10, 20, 30% was nothing back in the day. We saw gaps that were like hundreds of percentages. And then it would just still keep on going, gap up. It would still keep on going. It will just get pumped so much so that, it just would keep. And that was the opportunity for the longs as well as for the shorts. In fact, shorts actually benefited from those kind of moves much more than the long could ever do. So it was just times like that, you realize that trading is like, it's amazing, it's it's great, because it's just, it feels great when you catch a move and it just goes instantly for you. But these days it hasn't been like that. It hasn't been easy as well. For me, luckily, I wouldn't say luckily, because I do my job, and I have been doing work behind the job, spending time trying to figure out what I could be doing wrong, adjustment here and there, and the work pays off. It's paying off. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Yeah, you need both setups and also the mentality. It's not the setups. A lot of people think it's the setup. No, that's why people who trade small caps can't trade large caps at all, because they cannot shift their character to the large caps. You just have to shift your character. Unless you have one of those characters like myself who like to jump from tree to tree. I'm like that, guys. I don't stick to one thing. Maybe that's why it works for me. Maybe that's probably why. I don't stick to one thing at all. All my life I've been like this. Jumping from a tree to tree. Why is that, you call? My Chinese, I've said this as well. My Chinese year is monkey. That's probably why. Don't blame me. And I envy people who can actually stick to one thing. I really do. Because I can't. Because if you can stick to one thing, it's very easy to master it. It's just the so-called, master of one. What is it? I forgot. Jack of all trades, master of none. Something like that. I am jack of all trades, master of none. So yeah, let's have a look. G-Sun. G-Sun is still holding up with a 2.1 million shares traded on pre-market, which is not too bad. The more it holds here. But this thing has actually been beaten down big time, right? Yeah, this one is also one of those that could actually... Look at this. G-Sun. That's why I remember this. There was a lot of huge pump on it. Where do I remember this from? Yeah, we might see that today as well. Let's try see if it works. Sometimes my bot doesn't do the job. It's not working, so. No, I wrote it wrong, didn't I? Still doesn't work. Oh, it does work. Okay. Yeah, it's still working. Fine. So today, as I said, guys, I'm going to be very careful trading anything. If I do trade, it's probably going to be smaller size. I don't think trading close to a holiday, bank holiday is what we call, is really not a good idea. SPY's drifted down under 400 and it's staying under it. So, I mean, we could see that thing stay range bound and just make a small little daily. Yesterday was 399, actually 400 almost. and low of 395. So $5 range yesterday, but when it doesn't trend, we are looking at $2-3 range. So yeah, if we see any of those small day ranges, then it's going to be very difficult to trade. All right, so now let's talk about BBBY. Best Buy, okay, not BBBY, BBY. Okay, so yesterday, let's have a look. Yeah. BB, you know, this is a very typical strategy of mine that only happens during the earning season. And today, actually, I was making a video on that specific strategy because I know that I put that earnings continuation strategy, right? But this is to do with the same thing, but it's just a different variation of it. Actually, it's not a variation, it's a complete different strategy. So I've already made the video and I just need to polish it up and post it, probably. So I tried to get in on it. There were multiple entry setups there, which I basically tried to exit way earlier than original stop. If I had stuck to my original stop for that strategy, I would still be in it without any losers on it. But because I like to keep my, I trade momentum, guys. If momentum is shifting a little bit, I'll try and exit it. But sometimes I forget that bigger picture is there. We need to be leaving the room for the stock to run or for the stock to work out, especially for something like this kind of strategy. Anyway, so I took a few trades, very small losers, but then I caught it on the third attempt, and then the ad was beautiful as well. Both of these are actually setups, entry setups, both of these. And beautiful area to enter, beautiful ads as well, and then partialed out. I believe when I left, after I left, I think I partialed out here somewhere, which I didn't point out because I was not streaming. And then basically, I did mention that, you know, I'm going to be trailing my stop under the VWAP. In this case, it came down to 78, barely touched it, and then bounced. So this was a perfect place to put the hard stop. Even if it did come back before the close, it would have taken me out for a good, okay kind of winner. But now it's looking really decent. So yeah, that's why I swung it, because it closed strong. It fits all the criteria that I need to for the swing. So that's BBY. That's the update for that trade. And my Apple, by the way, is doing not so bad. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, today is gapping down a little bit, but what are we looking at? So this swing, basically, I took, you know the drill, guys. I don't need to show you. But yesterday at the open, I believe somewhere here, 148. I need to check that though. 148. I did mention I'm going to add on Apple. So I added. My average came down to from 146 to 147. Came up to 147s. At this point, I was like, I still can hold on to until 146, and I held it up, and then it continued to rise with the SPY, and I'm still holding the ad as well. I believe I'm holding. Have I taken it out? No, I think I'm still holding it. I don't remember taking it out, so I'm still swinging this thing. Okay, SWN. You know, I don't see anything that's like that's just sort of speaking out to me, you know. Really, I don't see anything. BBY, we could have secondary continuation. Yes, but I'm already in it, so if I'm gonna do anything, if it does give us some nice decent setup for second day, then I'll take it, but it's gonna be add position. It's not gonna be a fresh position, so I'll just add to it whatever I've taken right there. So some of them I'm gonna add back, which I don't really need to because I have enough for it to swing. So ANF was similar close as to BBY. Very similar close. Ended up strong, DLO. Don't see anything, honestly. GSUN. Let's see the gappers. GSUN is also drifting down. This is not going anywhere. It's just probably all day drifter. Right now probably is a good short, but this is quite expensive. I believe it's expensive. It might not be because it's not that much of a low floater. Let's see. The risk to reward isn't there. You know, $2.50. If you're gonna short it here, you'll have to buy a lot of shares for you to actually achieve 225, 20 cents or 30 cents. No, I'm not gonna bother. Although it's not that expensive, but it's still. Yeah. Pali is somehow holding its own. I know there's a lot of pressure from the short sellers here, but just remember it has done a big massive run, right? Pali is one of the reverse splits, right? Was it not? Was in IPO. Anyways, whatever the case, it's actually, let's say for example it's opened up here threes around 350s. It's still like trading higher, right? It went for all the way to 6.5s yesterday. It went all the way to 6.5s and then completely crashed from there onwards. And I actually traded yesterday right here. Longed it here, and then I gave up on it just when I saw that that heavy short sellers coming in and actually being aggressive on the orders. So pretty decent trade there. But then if you had waited for it, it actually held the VWAP held and it's curled back over the VWAP, but I don't see any setup that would have been easier for us to cash that. You see, it's very choppy, so it would have been difficult, Pally. But today I don't know whether it's going to provide anything. It's still better than others that I'm watching, so that's why I'm keeping it. 399, 80s. 80s, okay, so we are good there. DIS. Really not seeing anything. These are the days I would usually take off. Yeah, I would probably just leave it, even pre-market, knowing that there's not much on the watch list. I would just leave it alone. But we'll see what happens. If something starts to move, then we'll try to sort of take that. But I don't see anything. AMD's daily is really nice. AMD's daily is beautiful actually for longs. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna watch AMD. As long as it's holding over this area here, AMD looks really good actually. Especially with the SPY bounces. When the SPY starts to bounce, and this has relative strength compared to SPY, I think. $27. Yeah, as I said, today is going to be a really quiet day, guys, when it comes to trading. I'm going to try as much as I can to not pull any trades unless it's a very good setup. This is pretty normal just before the holidays or market closing day. Ooh, Germany 1, Japan 0. Okay. How's that going? Okay. So I'm gonna switch the desktop audio to headphone, guys. Let's see what's happening. Just watching the FIFA now. Ooh, ooh. What's up? A little YB. This is why I had to change it to subscriber mode. These these bots joining us. Yeah, the little mini YB was checking up on me, just controlling everything, whether I'm doing the right thing or not. So, uh, I'm just watching the footies now, guys. Exactly, exactly. Just wanted to make sure. As soon as he comes to the office, he loves to press on the keyboard and then play with the mouse and everything. So I don't know. He might be into these things. Probably does a better job than me. I see nothing. Ooh. You guys watching the footy? Here comes the goal. Here comes the goal. Oh. I don't know whether I can show it on the stream, but this is what I'm looking at. Yeah. This is how I'm trading today. So I'm gonna trade, which is fine because I don't expect too much from today, anyways. Let's see if I actually max this. Or can I just pop this open? Yeah, I can pop it open. Perfect. But if I close it, it's gonna go, right? Yeah. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's expand this, guys. Let's expand it. Yes, sir. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, exactly. For me, mentally, I'm okay, but market's just not gonna be right today. It's just very close to. I mean, a day before Thanksgiving. Black Friday week. You wanna try to avoid it at least a day or two before, because it dies down the volume and the liquidity dies down. So not very good place to be. Uh, I can understand that, Zell. Honestly, if you want to talk later, we can actually have a talk if you want. But then remember, it is normal for you to be feeling this way, especially after the success you had. And look, it's gonna make you grow as a trader. You either give up after these kind of low days, uh, but if you don't, this is gonna make you grow, buddy. It's gonna make you stronger, right? So you gotta remember that these days, or these consistently like low days, will start to happen. But the more you deal with it, the easier it gets. Trust me. I was just watching football, guys. If I'm laughing or smiling at something that's not relevant to the chat, just know that it's for the game, yeah? What's up, darkness? What's going on, buddy? We're just chilling watching the game today. Probably not going to be trading. I can't show the game online because it's a stream and it's going to break the guidelines for the YouTubers sort of rules and regulations. So I'm just watching it on the side. And if something pops, we'll look at it. But I'm gonna be very careful today, to be honest, trading. But yesterday was a really good day, a really nice positive day on SPY and on Apple as well, and most of the large caps. Hopefully you're doing well. What are you up to, buddy? Again, just remember on SPY, we need it to be staying over 400. Now, briefly, it actually broke above that over the pre-market, and then now it's just under a trading. Now, if I were to look for longs, I will make sure that it's over that VWAP. VWAP actually is in line with that 400 level. So it's a very clear level, clear cut level basically to consider whether you're going to be taking longs or shorts. Ideally, I would really like to take longs these days, because I believe that we might be in a kind of bigger reversal environment. Yes, sir. Oh, now you can see the mic, right? So that's good that you can't see the mic on the video. Yeah, I keep it low like this. Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, you will, man. You will. Trust me, you will. You just gotta survive, buddy. These kind of days, or these kind of sort of weeks or months. And it's definitely not a good feeling to be like, let's say you have a mojo and you've lost it, like when like when Austin Powers lost his mojo, right? So you lost your mojo, and you will find it. It will come back to you. Yeah, every day there's seems to be really decent games going on. Brazil definitely. What time is it? Darkness. What time is the groovy baby? I got it. Dude, that guy's funny. What I really want to watch is that Avatar 2. I'm looking forward to that. So, oh no, it's go teams. What is this? Whoa. Market's open, guys. Best of luck. Let me know. Let me know if anything pops, and I'll have a look at it. No, it's not gonna distract me. Usually, I would never watch this because I plan to not trade today unless something really sort of hits my criterias or is very juicy. What I will do is I'll just basically close everything that I'm watching and then concentrate on that. But see, the thing is, if you don't in on quiet days, if you are consistently watching the charts, what happens is you tend to find things that's not there. Like mentally, you're like, oh, there's a trade where there is none, right? So today I'm gonna try to avoid because it's gonna be a difficult trading day. Uh, but as I said, I'm still watching it on the side. I'm watching the SPY trying to take out that 400, and if it does, we might see some opportunities. By the way, AMD is the one that I was watching, so AMD might be a good opportunity for longs. Daily looks beautiful on AMD. So you see that this is the level that we were watching earlier, right? Goes down to that level, touches it, and off it bounces, right? Look at the strength of the bounce compared to SPY, right? So yeah, something like that. AMD's daily is very, very nice, very, very beautiful. So something like that. Let's watch SPY, guys. Keep an eye on AMD, and if AMD is like that, Nvidia has got to be very, very similar, right? Yeah. So Nvidia is pretty similar, very similar daily as well. But I kind of prefer AMD. AMD's daily is much better. Look at the move it's doing. See, this is the only one I was mentioning, guys. That looks very nice on the daily, right? And there it goes. So yeah, there it goes. My Apple is doing really well as well. I'm quite happy with it. I probably wouldn't hold. I probably wouldn't add to it because I've added yesterday as well on Apple. So I'm okay with that. With whatever I'm swinging, I will probably even swing it for the next week or so. Even if it comes to it, even more than weeks, you know. But as I said, on Apple, I'm watching this for 152, 153 area to break. And once it breaks, we might have that proper bull market on. And by that time, SPY is going to break that 402 and 400, 403 level that we were watching. So this level here, 402, 402 level, if it breaks that, then we might see some more momentum coming to the upside on Apple. So I'm really comfortable with my swings on Apple. Really decent, very nice. Crazy, crazy match. What's going on? There's a fight? Is this martial arts movie or something? Apple is strong. Spy looking very strong. Takes out that 400 nice and really comfortably. So it looks strong. So hopefully we're going to see a nice decent green day today as well, just before the Thanksgiving. That'll be really nice to see. All I need to do is just manage my swings. That's all. Ooh. Go Apple. It's your birthday. Let me just check something here, guys. Oh! Ooh, that chance is not gonna come back. That chance, dude. Wow. Look at Apple go. Spy is running for it. Yes, sir. And AMD obviously is going to be running crazy as well, right? Boo-wee. Check that out, guys. And these levels, guys, you gotta put like this level was created here, right? Like you can't ignore this level, right? You know, just drops. How many cents? What, 2 cents? And then off it goes. Beautiful, beautiful. Now it's too late. We want to wait for a pullback now. Dip buying might be there on these stocks that we're watching. Nvidia's, your AMD's, even your Apple is quite strong. So dip buying opportunity might be there for sure. G-Sun is a nice little short here actually, but as I said, I'm not trading it. I'm just leaving it alone. Get it, get it. Oh. Go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Japan. I mean, that was well deserved goal, guys. Well deserved. Well done, Japan. All right, time for me to take some of the Apple out, guys. 150, because yesterday I added as well. I just want to lighten up on Apple a little bit. I still have quite a bit on it, so cool. All right, that's done. So we're good to go. Whoo, look at AMD go, guys. 75.30s all the way to 77.30s now. $3 move. Sorry, $2 move. Can't even calculate. $2 move within like the first 10 minutes. Non-stop, like really decent move up. Very good. Apple is doing really well as well. Quite happy. And SPY is looking good. At this point, it's actually hitting the level that we were discussing. So from here onwards, we have a lot of resistance. We've got, let's say, from 401, let's say 401 or 40, from here. This level right there, hold on, until 402, 40s. We got huge. So this zone here, is quite a bit of a resistance. This zone here, so we might see some sort of a rejection from that area here. Let's have a look at SPY. Yeah, 401s. Yeah, this area is actually, rejection coming in from here. And in fact, 401s might have better, so it might actually attempt to go and take that out again. And we might see some more rejection coming in. There it goes, that's the rejection. So that goal, huh? I don't support either of these teams, Germany or Japan. I don't really sort of have any attachments to them, but it's whoever plays nice and whoever plays hard. Like if they're really sort of hungry for the game to do well, then that's what I support. And in this one, I see that Japan is actually really sort of putting all heart and soul into the game. I'm not saying Germany isn't doing it, but it looks like Japan is actually doing it a bit more. That's what I feel anyways. And Japan has always been like this. That's why I love Japanese team, because they never give up. It's like they're always like full of energy and trying to do well. Ooh. There's still rejection happening at that level, and we might see more pullback coming in now, possibly towards that. Look, there it goes. Towards the VWAP maybe. Hopefully the VWAP is gonna hold, but yeah, it's been strong today, guys. It's been strong. What is this? Whew. I did mention there was a short here on a GSUN. Beautiful short, by the way. I didn't take it because it was going to cost me more to... PALY looks interesting. But again, low price stock, I will have to pay overhead cost on this. So is it worth it? It has some room though, towards threes. Don't see decent volume on it as well, but looks interesting. There comes the pullback. That's what I was expecting anyways. And that's why you wanna pay attention to the SPY's levels, right? It's not a joke, guys. Look. Where is it? Let me just show you. Look at this. Look at the tick, rejects from it, and everything else rejects with it. Look at the Tesla. Look at your Apple. Look at your AMD. Although they are relatively very strong, Apple, AMDs, and NVIDIA is quite strong, but they still had that rejection. So how are you going to use this? Well, you can use it in a lot of ways. I think effective way to use it as partial areas. If you were long from somewhere, then that's definitely, you can't ignore that. You can't just finger cross and hope that it's going to break it. Once SPY starts to reject, if you were, let's say for example, that's exactly what I did with Apple. You start to look for that rejection on the others as well. So partial out if you're long. Ooh. Dude. What? Spy, guys. Wow, it actually broke that. Okay, so. Oh, jobless. No, not really at this point. What's happening here? Spy just spiked out of that level with all the almost 402s, and it rejected from it. So what's happening here is huge volume came in, massive orders probably that got filled somehow. Very interesting. So it could be economic releases as well, something to do with economic releases, which I believe is yeah, PMI here, service PMI for November versus. So that's probably why. Yeah, these days it's been affecting SPY quite aggressively. Any economic release tends to be like responding like aggressively. It didn't used to do that before. There are more economic releases as well at this point, I think. I forgot what it was, but I think it's coming. Oh, Tesla is running nicely. And Apple, your Tesla, AMD is looking good. Yeah. Look at SPY go. Go Apple. Let's go, baby. Check out my Apple. 151. So I've managed whatever I need to manage for my swings, BBY, everything, Apple as well. So I don't need to do much with them. As you can see, BBY moved off really nicely, took some off around this area here. And now even if it does pull back a little bit, I can hold on to it because my average is quite, we're talking average of 77, 70s, 77, 70s. So average is around here. So now I can actually trail this under yesterday's close for now. And if it does start to hold over VWAP again, a similar idea as yesterday. If it does, then we can just trail that. But at this point, I can't do that because it's still working with that VWAP at this point. This is also one of the things I mentioned earlier. We might have a second day play on this one, which it did, and it's still in play, I think. Just like yesterday, but actually it's stronger than yesterday today, because yesterday it's actually drifted down, washed down, and then just went into this whole kind of like a descending triangle kind of shape. This looks like more like an ascending one. Whichever it is, this one today looks a little bit more stronger than yesterday. So holding on to this trade from yesterday is definitely a good idea. But I'm not going to ignore the fact that I need to take some more out as well, because we've had huge move from yesterday's close to today, almost $2 from where I last took. So I can't ignore that. So I've got only runner left on this one, a little bit left, so that I can actually swing it for if it comes to 2, 3, 4 days or even weeks. So yeah, that's the update. I managed that, and also my Apple as well. I've managed it, and I've got only runners left on those ones for swing ideas, swing room. Maybe Apple, I think it might be more than just a swing. This one might be only a few days, but I think Apple is going to be way more than swing. And I've been holding it from this day here, guys. So it's been quite some time, actually. It's been quite some time. And it's going to go towards the next week anyway. So that's already like, way more than normally I will hold. Which is swing is basically only 2-3 days. So hopefully Apple is going to turn out to be a position hold, which is great. Yeah, they are booming, definitely. Every single tech stock is. If you look at the tech sector at this point, it should be quite green. What was the tech sector? XLK, right? XLK. Yeah, that's your ETF for tech. Look at that. Really nice. And this one looks more like a AMD's, as I mentioned. AMD and NVIDIA actually, and obviously Apple makes up a huge amount of this. So it looks very similar to AMD's daily and NVIDIA's daily. Let me show you. Yeah, look at this, and more likely AMD. So yeah, AMD's daily looks pretty much similar to the tech sector, the ETF for technology. Yep, looks good. Dude, Germany is basically desperate at this point. Yeah, it actually feels like that. Yeah. But this one is different though. Japan has been in control like most of the game as far as when I started watching it. Maybe before Germany was, but since I've been watching, it's Japan has been really dominating, simply for the fact that they're really like one of those. Yeah, I don't want to say it, but they're hungry. They look really hungry. They never just sort of stop. They're not stopping at all. Ooh. It's just not working out for them, poor guys. Germany, it's just not working out. What is that? 7 minutes extra time? Yeah. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. I think it's pretty much done. Dude. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm talking about. Like, look at those Japanese players just hungry for the ball, right? And remember, physically they're at a disadvantage. I don't want to say it, it might sound a bit racial, but you gotta admit that you know, the Japanese players are physically at a disadvantage. So it's gonna end soon, isn't it? I might be watching this with like 10, 20 seconds delay, but it might have finished by the time I'm actually talking about it. But I'm seeing only 30 seconds left now. This is what I meant by like this area here around that 401, 402s. This area here is the rejection came in from here as well. Although this move was quite strong, and I think today might be the day it stays over that 400, right? And if it does, then We're looking good for the next week. Dude, look at these Japanese players, bro. Dude, Germany players are like sweating, like literally just you can see all the shirts are all covered with sweat. Look at these guys. Dude, one last corner. See what they can do. Ooh. That's pretty much the end of it, right? What? It's going on to 8 minutes, right? That's it. Yeah. Well done. Well deserved win. Well deserved win. Honestly. Whoo-wee. Look at that. I follow tennis when like Wimbledon and you know U.S. Open and everything. But I'm not crazy about following football like some of my friends do. But obviously, World Cup is a World Cup. Some of my friends are into F1. By the way, in June in Baku, there's an. You guys are welcome. Ah, there you go, Darkness. I don't really follow it, but I'll have to because since I'm here, at the heart of where it's held in June, I think. I believe in June is held in Baku, right? So yeah, it'll be interesting this year. Can't wait for it actually. Looking forward to that because some of my friends might come down from UK to follow it and watch it live here. So that'll be great. Yeah, it'll be amazing. Wow, what a game, huh? What a game. What a game, bro. I obviously, it's very obvious, Lewis, right? I've got to support our homeboy. But what's yours though? I'm not familiar with the drivers to be honest. I only know Sebastian, Lewis, and a few others. That's pretty much it. But I think I will get into it more because I'm in that in the city of F1, I guess. Let's see what happens. I love to play sports instead of watching. Things like tennis, although I love it, to like the Grand Slams and all, to watch, but I just prefer to play it. Prefer playing it. Wow, Tesla guys, non-stop. Tesla has been really sort of not affected by spice levels at all. Although somewhat yes, but look at that. Tesla had been beaten down big time, guys. If there's a bounce, it might be bigger on this. Yeah, Darkness, you're welcome, man, in June at Baku. I'm pretty sure if you know F1, right? Anywho, guys, that's pretty much it. I think from here onwards, I probably wouldn't be looking for any other trades. Thanks for being with me here. I know it's been a bit different today. We did talk about stocks, but it's good to talk about something else as well other than stocks. if we get the chance to. Yeah, I mean, definitely, man. If you're up for it, pop in. If I'm still here, June usually. If it's held in June, I usually June, July take holidays off. So I don't know whether, but I want to really stay for it because some of my friends want to come down. If they do decide to come down, then I'll have to stay here. Otherwise, it's gonna be either Turkey or Spain, somewhere there. That's pretty much the plan. But anyways, I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you guys not tomorrow, and on Friday as well. So I'm gonna have a long weekend. I'll say Monday, right? So see you guys back on Monday. And until then, take it easy, guys. Stay safe, and best of luck if you're gonna be trading on Friday. I think I'm gonna avoid trading Friday as well. So this is it for the week for me. It hasn't been bad. Actually, it's been really good. This week, every single week day, I've been green and really decent green, and I still have trades running from last week and this week. So I'm really happy with that. All I need to do is adjust it, manage it. That's pretty much it. And what a great situation to be in, right? So that's pretty much it. All right, guys. Oasis Darkness, Zell. I'll see you guys next week. Take it easy.